Welcome to the MMA Heat Podcast. I am live here, Karen Bryan, and I'm here with Miss Jessie. Jess, how you feeling tonight?
I'm awesome. How are you?
Good, very good. So listen, we're going to be here at Twin Peaks, Vegas for a while. So if you're in the area, come on down. They're on the corner, basically across from Crystal Palace, where I have spent. Crystal Palace, not the Crystal Palace, it's the Crystal Mall.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's where KB goes to reward herself after fight week. And I should show off the fact that I got these beautiful Stella McCartneys here the last time after fight week, because I was like, yo, I work hard, and so I treated myself to these.
I like it. Treat yourself.
Yeah, you got to treat yourself. So listen, Jesse's here. The gorgeous Kat Zingano is here. We got Juicy A. Formiga. We'll speak to him as well. We're also expecting OSP to come by and Claudia Gadelia. So good stuff. A lot going on. But before we go, I just want to let, or before we get started, we wanted to let you guys know about MyBookie here. Maybe you guys can see this here. If you're looking for a place to lay some money down, obviously UFC 229, people like to place a lot of bets. So if you want to bet on UFC, on Bellator, on NFL, any of that kind of thing, you can go to mybookie.com, even international sports. So I may ask you, Jesse, to give a pick or a prediction on a couple of these things. I don't know if you're good at picking fights.
No, I'm terrible.
All right, yeah, whatever. Because anything can happen, as we know. But anyway, you guys want to go to mybookie.com. Now, you can make your bets for the biggest fight in UFC history. If you play, you win, you get paid. That's how it works. It is simple. Now, we do have a promo code MMA Heat that you can use. You will get a 100% match on your first deposit to $100. Deposit gets you matched $100. It's really that easy. You'll bankroll your money there at mybookie.com. Or mybookie.ag rather, mybookie.ag. But if you don't understand what I'm telling you right now, just look in the description. Wade wrote it all down, and it's easier to do that. So, at any rate, we're here at Twin Peaks. Mm-hmm. So, Jesse, you live here in Vegas, right?
I do.
But it's not your original home.
No, I'm from Australia.
Exactly.
I've been here for 2 years, though.
Okay, yeah. So why did you pick Vegas out of all the places?
My manager, Danny Rubes, lives out here, and I needed to get out of home, and he was like, book your one-way flight. And I just never left. It wasn't my intention to stay, but I went to Syndicate, and after 4 days, I was like, yeah, I like it, I like everything's so convenient here. Everything's cheap. Everything's open 24 hours a day. Yeah.
It's interesting. It's funny that you say it's cheap, though, because I feel like Vegas isn't what it, like back in the old days, it was a lot cheaper.
Back in the old days.
And I do love me some Danny Rube, by the way. I love him as well. But what is it about Syndicate that's so good? Because I know that that's a gym that has a lot of top quality in it. Why is that the right place for you?
Honestly, I've had quite a few different coaches back home, and I haven't connected with anyone the way I connect with John Wood. He seemed to understand who I was as an athlete and as a person almost immediately. We still bicker, we fight, but he's one of my best friends, and he's someone that I trust a lot. So I kind of always felt that I can bring in training partners, but I can't just bring in a coach that I connect with. So he's the reason I stayed.
It's funny because I wonder too with some people what kind of coach they like, right? Some people like a coach that tells them what they do wrong. Other people like a coach that's very positive. Jesse, great job here. Yeah. Let's do that. What kind of coach do you like?
So John, he knows how to get my ego going a lot, you know what I mean? So he'll be kind of negative, but in a way that gets me to go, am I allowed to cuss?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's the internet.
So he'll say stuff that gets me to go, no, fuck you, I can do that, So he
knows how to trigger you to get you to perform better.
Yeah, and he knows that I work well when I am letting my ego kind of push me, when I'm being a little bit arrogant, when I'm being confident, that's when I work really well, and he knows how to bring that out in me almost immediately. It's so frustrating, but he gets it. Yeah.
So how many fights have you been with Syndicate? So when we're looking at your record, you had Jessica Eye, you had Beck Rawlings. So how many fights have you been with?
So this is number 7 total, and my 4th UFC with Syndicate. Yeah.
And so how are you feeling right now about about your career so far in the UFC? Are you feeling positive about it?
Yeah, I'm stoked on it. Honestly, before I moved out to Vegas, I was on the verge of retiring, and I had people telling me that I wasn't going to get very far with it, and then this is my last ditch effort to really give it a good crack. And honestly, I think even though I wasn't like on a losing streak or anything when I came out here, I needed something different, and I feel 100% reinvigorated now. Like, I know this is where I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be doing, and I love it. Like,
yeah, but I mean, like, you came all the way over here to fight back.
Yeah, yeah, to go back to Sydney to fight another Aussie.
I remember that. It was so funny. Everybody's like, well, wait a minute. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing here? Like that. Were you guys in each other's radar before then?
Yeah, so that fight, that was kind of like a perfect storm fight, you know, because back home when we were both on the regional scene, like, we were 2 divisions apart. I was at 35, she was at 15.
Right.
But it was something that was spoken about for like 4 years, you know, and then for it to happen in my UFC debut back in Sydney, which is where I started my career, was in Sydney, was just perfect.
Right.
Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, it's funny. I have to say, you know, I've been to Australia only once. I went to Gold Coast when they had the tough, you know, when Robert Whittaker won the Ultimate Fighter. So I got to go there. I don't know that I would leave Australia. Like, it's kind of great there.
It's
like,
amazing.
It's kind of great. But did you find that there just wasn't enough MMA there? Like, we have our, I know, like, our good friend Wayne Parr has a great gym there, Boon Chu, and I know obviously Robert Whittaker is doing good things, and there's a lot of guys coming from Australia and New Zealand. But did you just find that it wasn't the right environment for you to get enough, and that's why you had to come?
Yeah, you know, like, there's a lot of talent there, but I feel like a lot of the coaching just isn't up to where it needs to be once you start competing internationally. And I realized that once I had my international debut on Invicta, and I was like, man, I'm just not, like, we're just missing something. It's like Australian MMA, it's not so much now, but 2 or 3 years ago, it like amateur level US MMA, you know, so I came out here and I went from like being the one that pushed everyone to coming out here and getting the crap beaten out of me, you know, and that's what I needed. That's the only way to get better. So
you say you have a fight scheduled. It's
December
15th, and you are facing
Andrea KGB Lee.
Okay, so KGB's coming in hot as well. You know, another Invicta fighter who came in, had a nice debut. I know she's got some issues right now with her man and that kind of situation. But how do you see that fight playing? How do you find your openings to beat her?
Honestly, we're both strikers. I think we both prefer to strike. I think it's going to be a really good stand-up battle. I've been working. I never stopped working after the Jess Guy fight. I'm pretty salty about losing that, and like salty at myself, you know. So I went straight back into fixing the things that I fucked up. I've been wanting this fight with Andrea for 2 years, but I was like, I'm getting paid $2,000 to show, $2,000 to win an Invicta. I feel like she's a really, really good, credible opponent.
She is.
I felt it was going to be a really entertaining fight, and I'm like, we both deserve to get paid a hell of a lot more than what we were getting back there, you know. So I'm excited. I feel like I've had 2 years preparing for this fight.
That's awesome. And the thing about Invicta too, though, even though they just maybe don't have the budget to pay you guys as well, but Shannon's doing great things, and it really is such a great platform. I mean, it's funny because tomorrow night at UFC 229, you know, Tonya Evinger is fighting. Like,
Aspen,
this is a woman who Aspen, exactly, like women who have done such great things, and I love Invicta for that springboard, and I love the include like the positivity. You know what I mean, of the whole organization. That said, I love that it's a great springboard for you guys to come into the UFC, and I feel like you're well prepared for things.
I wish they had more money, you know. I feel like they do the best that they can looking after their athletes with what they're working with, you know. Like, they've always treated me amazingly, they've treated my team amazingly, you know. It's a shame that they just don't have the budget to kind of pay some of the higher level people what they're worth, you know. But which is why I think so many people, as soon as they get the UFC chance, like, they jump, because all of a sudden you're going from making $2,000 to making 12, which still isn't much, but when you were making $2,000, that's a lot of money.
And because you still have people to pay, you still have like, you know, $2,000 doesn't go very far, especially at the mall across the street. I went to Fashion Show Mall after my appearance today, and I spent everything I made from that appearance is already gone. What'd you get?
I got this jacket.
I was just gonna say,
I got this handbag.
It's really nice.
I got a new phone case, a Kate Spade phone case, and some sunglasses.
Nice. So is that something that you allow yourself, like, after, you know, you do need to reward yourself, right? So after a fight, after a hard fight camp, is there sort of a ritual of celebration or a special treat that you will allow yourself?
I really like clothes. So I don't drink, I don't party, I don't do any of that anymore.
She doesn't drink, so that's more for me. No, okay, anymore. But you said anymore.
Anymore. I used to.
But here's the thing, Jessie. A woman with face tattoos, I'm going out on a limb, And I'm going to say a woman with facial tattoos, a little bit of partying in her time.
I used to party a little bit.
A little bit of partying. What is
Now I just spend my money on fancy jackets.
well done. You got really good stuff. But I have to ask then, what is the story with the tattoos?
Well, my fight name's Heartbreaker.
Yeah.
So my ex-boyfriend had full face tattoos, and he made it okay for me to get them done. And I don't know. Once I got one, I was like, fuck, like come on, yeah.
But I thought the teardrop meant you killed somebody in jail,
I don't
right?
have a teardrop,
I was just
though.
gonna say, but it's close, right?
It's close.
So people probably give you space.
Honestly, like, I haven't had a single bad response.
No.
Especially, I was expecting it out here, but I get stopped at like the grocery store by older women going, man, we love your face tattoos. So
that's
I
what
think like I'm kind of like innocent enough looking to get away with
pulling
it.
it off. That's what I'm saying. It's not, and I please don't take that as like a
no.
judgment because you're totally pulling it off. But I'm just saying, as a woman with 0 tattoos, that's a commitment.
Yeah, for sure. I made sure that I had to be really good at fighting because
Totally.
I can't really go anywhere else.
But those are delicate enough that if you needed to,
I can cover them up with makeup.
Yeah. I mean,
the hands and stuff, I don't know if I can.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know if I can
Okay,
do
so
that.
what was the first tattoo you ever had?
Well, I have like this gecko on my hip.
Oh, that's cute.
I hate it. Sorry, Mom.
I like it. It's cute. I mean, but why did you go with a gecko?
My mom bought it for my 18th and she chose it, and she was supposed to get it as well. And that's the only reason
she chickened out?
She didn't get it.
Thanks,
and that's
Mom.
the only. You want to see it?
Well, it's in. I mean, all right.
I don't know if you can see
Twin
it.
Peaks. But hey, now.
So like I'll never cover it up because it's that, but it's not my favorite.
But your mom has ink as well, then.
Yeah, she has a few.
Right on, Mom. Keeping it real out there. I love it. So tomorrow, obviously, there are some fights going on.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Are you taking Habib or are you taking Conor?
I'm Team Conor.
Team Conor.
I'm Team Conor.
And why is that?
Honestly, one, I really want him to win. I think he's a really great ambassador for the sport, even though like he's done some really shitty things, obviously, recently.
Yeah.
I think as a whole, he's done the most for us out of any athlete, aside from like Ronda Rousey. You know what I mean? Like he's helped us progress into the mainstream. He's given all the other athletes inspiration to start asking for what they want. You know, instead of just sitting back and kind of letting stuff happen to them. So I think he has the ability to beat him. I think if it goes longer than 2 rounds, he's probably not going to win. But I am Team Conor.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because a lot of people think it's Conor by knockout or Habib by mauling and the repeated takedowns and stuff. But it's funny because I was just watching Conor versus Nate too again the other night, and listen, Conor went 5 rounds. They were at 170 pounds. I mean, granted they were equal lightweights going up in weight, but he still was carrying on a little more. And even though I think Conor fatigued, he hung in there for 5 rounds.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I will agree with you that I think the business, the game, the whole situation is more fun with Conor in it.
Yes.
Like I feel like it's a trickle. It actually does trickle down and benefit a lot of other people.
Yeah, I agree. You know, and I also think people aren't giving Conor enough credit for how hard he works as well. Like I'm friends with his coach, with John Kavanagh, and like I know how hard he
totally works hard.
Yeah,
he couldn't be where he is if he didn't work that hard.
Exactly. And people just think that he talks himself into these, but he's proven himself time and time again. There's no way he's going into a fight with Khabib without being 100% confident that he can't stop him, you know?
Exactly. And that same thing I think also just on my end, like you, he's very easy to talk to, and that's nice. And that's something on my side of the equation that we really cherish, and and that's why Conor does well, is because he's actually fun for us to talk to. So if you understand the give and take, we do talk to him more because he's good at talking.
Yeah,
you know?
and he involves people in it as well.
And I truly do think also that he wouldn't be where he is if he weren't a bright, intelligent person who also works incredibly hard.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. I agree.
I'm not sure if he's going to win, but I think he's good for the
want him to.
Nice. Well, listen, Jesse, I know it's Friday night in Vegas, and I'm guessing you have like a lot of other things to do. Hey, by the way, before I get out of here, because Kat is over here, and we're going to have Kat Zingano come in and join us, but did you ever get your stuff back. I know you were robbed,
No.
and that is so terrible. I don't know if you guys remember. It was fight week
Right
even
before
for you,
Paige,
right?
like 2 days before the Paige
Yeah,
fight,
and so she actually, you're broken into, and didn't they like kick your dog or your cat? Like
killed-
something
yeah, they
terrible.
killed
like,
our cat.
Just, I mean,
just like robbed the whole place. But no, they'd never
It's
did
problematic.
anything about it. Yeah. But now I have 2 dogs to make sure it's never going to happen again.
and you
But-
got a gun too, didn't you?
No, they stole
Oh,
our
they took
gun.
your gun.
They stole the
I was
gun.
like, I know there was a gun in the
Yeah,
equation
they
somewhere,
stole a
too.
gun. I have a knife. I'm not a gun person.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure legally I can't get a gun
okay,
anyway.
but wait a minute, folks. Did you just? She just said, "I have a knife."
I have a knife.
Okay, now you know in America, like everybody's gonna crocodile Dundee out on that.
Yeah,
right?
I
That's
know.
not a
and
knife.
it's a big one too.
Nice. So don't go coming around Jess's house anymore, unless you're about to feel the blade. Well, I really was sorry when that happened. That was a
Thank
really
you.
terrible
I
thing for
appreciate
you to
that.
have to go through. You know, during the fight week and everything too. That was really crappy. So.
Yeah, it happens.
Nice. All right. Well, listen. December
15.
That's the
Milwaukee.
card. I will be there.
Yes.
That's the big Fox card.
Yes.
So you will see her on UFC on Fox. That's a big deal. And she's taking on Angia KGB Lee. That's a big deal too because she's got some sizzle on her. So.
She's on a 5-fight win streak.
Yes, she
Good
is.
girl. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, best of luck to
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for joining us. Hey, I think Kat, she's over there. She's like in the girls' club here. Wade can tap Kat. Let her know that we're ready. Kat, are you ready? Come on over,
Yeah.
baby girl. So I'll just use this
Replace?
mic, Wade. Yeah,
Yep.
Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. It just gets, it's an embarrassment of riches when we come to like how much cool female talent we got with us tonight. Thank you so much, Jessie. Awesome to see you. Kat, how are you, hon? Good. Oh, we don't need. This is great. I'll just do this. So listen, Kat Zingano is here with us, folks. Obviously, she's kind of a big deal. It's really nice to see you. I'm great. So, were you at the weigh-ins just a little while ago?
Yeah, I was. That was intense. It was super fun. It was actually really cool to be like on that side of it. Normally we're walking on the stage and being on that side of the curtain, and today I just got to be a fan and feel the energy, and it was crazy in there.
No, I think just a little while ago I was looking at Instagram and you posted Volkov and the Black Beast, right? So Volkov threw a kick. So you had a pretty good scene. What was your take on that exchange?
I mean, I thought it was kind of hilarious. Like, I know that's not what we're supposed to do, but like they were both fired up. It was super authentic, and I mean, there's some like technique. I mean, he still whipped it around and got him, even though there's like 3 people. But I guess that's what happens when you have gigantic legs. So.
I was just gonna say he's like 6'13". He's giant.
Yeah, and Derek's got a big surface area, so I mean, it's just perfect.
So that said, it's heavyweights. We know what the Black Beast does. He's got very heavy hands, but Volkov is very talented as well. He's on a 4-fight win streak and stuff. So who do you think you were picking in that fight?
I'm gonna say Volkov. I don't know. Like, I'm a big fan of Derek. I like both of these guys. I think it's such an interesting matchup. But when it comes down to it, I'm gonna use Reach and I'm gonna use Gas Tank, and I'm gonna put those in the slot for my pick on that one.
All right, well, that makes sense. And of course, folks, this is a reminder you can go to mybookie.ag and place your bets there. Kat is going with Volkov in that one, and that's an interesting fight. I don't know on that one, but it's funny. I talked to Derek yesterday, and he promised to make up for the Ngannou fight. Like, he promised. Have you ever had a fight, Kat, that you win or lose, afterwards you were like, okay, I need to make up for that, or even in victory, like if you had one that you didn't feel that good about, have you ever had a fight like that? That's a yes.
Which one? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, every fight is win or lose is like an opportunity to improve, and like there's nothing like going to get in a fight to show you who the hell you are. And yeah, I mean, I had some big losses. I don't know if you remember, but I mean, I made history.
I was there.
The fastest fight you could possibly lose is a title fight, and it was like the big side of me is like, nah, man, I did what I think I should do with given the circumstances, and the other side of me is like, of course there's things to change. There's a lot of things to change, but like you got to take it one step at a time and kind of analyze your surroundings, analyze your choices, analyze the circumstances, and do what you can to improve whatever that looks like. Other situations, other losses, like it's all a game and doing what's best for yourself and doing what's right for your career. At the end of the day, we're the ones that have to walk walk away being happy with how we did. Like, life's gonna go on one way or another without us. The sport is growing. It's not stopping. It's not waiting for anybody, you know. So really just making the right decisions for yourself. So at the end of the day, you're happy and you get to have the results and the journey that you wanted.
Well, and listen,
We're getting some static. Can you just
just tightened it up a little bit. We got some static here. I'm trying to, yeah. But the thing is that, you know, it's not like Ronda didn't do that to other women too. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is. And I feel like you especially have been through so much. You know, you've been through some really hard times. You know, and you have always found a way to stay positive and come through it. And maybe, you know, we didn't always see everything that you were going through. I feel like you've been very candid and in sharing your journey. But it's a lot to go through, you know. So do you find that through those hard times, that's like, is it the case where fighting is saving your life? Do you know what I mean? Like where it's giving you something positive to focus on when you've had so many hard times?
Yeah, it's definitely something positive to focus on. Like, you know, I guess, you know, things that I'm trying to do to like try to be the right kind of example for my own kid and for, I know, people going through their own crap. Like everybody's got their stuff. I do, you do, you know, like, and the fact that I've been able to maintain and keep a goal in sight that I've had my whole life. I mean, I started wrestling when I was 12, you know, and that to me was just like I wanted to see what I could do with that. I wanted to meet my capabilities, like never stop without knowing my whole potential, and like that led to this, led to this, led to this, and here I am, one of the best in the world at what I do, and I'm not gonna walk away with the potential. Like I'm gonna walk away knowing exactly who the hell I am and exactly what the hell I can do, and that means like the tough times, that means embracing the easy days, like all of it. You know, I'm grateful. I got you know, a hell of a story and definitely know what I'm made of, and you know, hope I don't have a whole lot more to. I'm like, okay,
She's had enough, folks. We could, the universe, it's time to be good to Kat.
you know, but I'm game, and I'm humbled, and you know, it's whatever, you know, it's what's up, and I can handle it. I'm here to do it.
Well, you can definitely handle it. You took out Marion Renault in your last fight, and this is a woman who had been on a pretty solid tear, you know, and she's a very tough woman, and she's a tough fighter, and you were able to come out of there and get the win. So how satisfying was that victory for you?
That was a very exciting, satisfying, emotional thing for me. You know, I think there was part of it too, like her being a mom, her having a boy, like all of that. Like I saw a lot of me and her, and I had to just sacrifice her, you know, and like I adore that woman. I look at her, like all of us are out there sisters and like doing what we can to like put on these fights. Like look how far we've come, you know. We weren't even supposed to be here at one point, you know, so I don't know. I was excited about that fight. I was excited to go out and like see myself again and make all the adjustments that I made to be able to see myself again. And I still don't even feel like I got to show up again to what I was capable of. You know, there was so much more to me. I still played that as cool and as safe and as good as possible just to like get the win. And now I want to go out and shine. Like I want to go out and be the fireworks. You know, be everything that I can. I mean, I'm fight of the night often, you know, I'm my main event often. I set records, I set scores, like I change minds, and I feel good again. Like I'm excited to be back and pumped to be like making waves in the division. So
I love it. I love it. Well, listen, I'm a mom as well. I have a 12-year-old daughter, but I'm curious, what does your son think when, you know, mama's checking in, going to work? You know, what's his take on the whole thing?
You know, I know he's really proud of me. Like I know he's excited. I know he feels protective. I know, you know, he is encouraged. I know he expects a lot out of himself because I expect a lot out of myself. And you know, we're doing it together. He's in there with me every minute of every day, and we're fighting these battles together. Everything that I've gone through, he's also gone through. So it's like we drive each other when I'm, you know, it's all for him, everything, you know, so.
I love that. I love that. And now, remind me, because I've been in a little bit of a UFC 229 haze. Do you have another fight scheduled yet?
Talking about some stuff today.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, not much that I get to, reveal at this point, but I think something everyone's going to be excited about, you know. Looking forward to trying. I really wanted to get 3 in this year, so that's still going to be my goal. You know, I don't know how much room is left on these cars, but I'm pushing for it. If those plans end up not being what works out, you know, I don't want to get too far into 2019 without getting my hands on someone again. I'm excited. Like, that's all I need. So all I need is to be pumped.
I get it, and I have to ask, you know, there's a few fights that I want to get get your take on, but obviously in your division, Amanda Nunes, the champion, is moving up to fight Chris Cyborg at the end of the year. I think that's a really fantastic fight, but I have to guess, well, I can't guess. I mean, you know, I feel like a lot of people think the smart money's on Chris because she is such a dynamo, but Amanda is incredibly tough. So who would you take in that fight?
Oh man, I don't know. I want to say, like, I've had my hands on Amanda. You know, I've been at the end of her giving me everything she had. You know, that being said, I also had like all the cards stacked against me on that fight, and I still was able to turn around and break her. So then again, you know, she's changed gyms, she's changed camps, she's, you know, gotten stronger, bigger, badder, faster, as have we all. You know, Chris has had some tough fights, you know, dominant fights, good things. It's really just, you know, they're both strong, they're both talented, they're both tough, they both can hit. You know, and I don't know what their game plan is for each other. Like, if that means they go slug for slug, or if they both go to like no man's land and they grapple it out. Like, I have no idea. I don't know what they're training for, but I don't know. I still see Chris taking it. I don't know. Better for me if Amanda does.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, because she'd be like, yeah, I beat her. Whatever, no big one.
You know, so I don't know. We'll see, but I got my eye on that fight for sure.
Nice, very cool. And obviously we were talking before about the fact that you were at the UFC 229 weigh, and you know, there are all kinds of bets. If you go to MyBookie, you can look and see that there's prop bets, you know, there's all this kind of stuff on the side. Do you think Conor and Khabib will go 5 rounds? Will it be, you know what I mean? Will it go to the judge?
Nah, there's too much like aggression there. Like, they're too mad, you know? I think those are the kind of fights that, like, we're lucky to get to watch, because if they were stuck in the same elevator, man, none of us would get to see anything except for what's on that camera. Yeah. So, I mean, it's real. They're mad, you know, and it's gotten very personal. So I don't know. I mean, if it were me and we had this beef, like, I'm not trying to outdance you, like I'm trying to hurt you, you know. So, and I expect that they're the same.
Yeah, no, it's going to be, I can't even wait, because there's so many ways I've played it out in my head, like this could happen, that could happen, because you just never know. But obviously, since you're, you know, a real force in women's MMA, we know there's a couple of other fights there. Lena Landsberg is facing Yana Kunitskaya. We've got Aspen Ladd versus Tonya Evinger. We have Karate Hottie Michelle Watterson versus Felice Herrig. Out of those, or is there one of those particular fights you're more excited to watch?
I'm excited for Leva and, God, you're going to say the name.
Yana Kunitskaya.
Yeah, good job. Good job.
It's my job. I got to know this stuff.
That one's good. You know, both tough European girls, like a different type of pedigree and blood coming from that. Also, Watterson and Felice Herrig, like, I don't know. Both of those girls are talented and strong in their own ways, and like fierce, you know, and so that fight to me looks really good. And I don't know, it's going to be a good night of fights for the ladies. I really believe, like, everybody's showing up. They're all tough, like, game women, and none of them are to be taken lightly.
I have to ask your opinion on this, because you have been around the game for a little while, but at the same time, you know, I wouldn't consider you like an elder stateswoman of the game. You know what I mean? You've been here, but you know. So I was talking to Tonya, and I'm not trying to. She's been in it a long time, and I asked her. I said, "Hey, what do you think about the fact that, you know, you're a veteran? Aspen is a new, you know, not a newcomer, but she's 6-0. She's undefeated." A lot of times when you look at, let's say when Vitor was fighting, right? Vitor would say old lion versus young lion when he was facing, you know, like a Gastelum or something. And a lot of people think the young guys have the advantage because they're younger, they're fresher, there's new training techniques. But Tonya told me, disagree when it comes to women's MMA. She said, I think the older women, that the veterans have the advantage over the younger ones. What's your take?
I do too. I mean, look at even my division. Like, you got Holly, she's older. You got me, she's older. She's older.
She's in the third person now. Miss Ngannou has left the building. I mean, you know. I love it. That's so great. I love that you referred to yourself in the third person. Miss Bryant will continue the interview now.
I'll catch up. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. you know, I mean, that's all I guess I could give you right now. But like, that's someone that usually comes up in like an entire generation of a certain martial art or a certain discipline. Like right now, you have kids and people that have been training MMA their whole life. But of these a little bit older generations, like not only are we the pioneers, so we had to come up through different times of like hard stuff, you know what I mean? Like getting in, a lot of times we weren't welcome or
How come you weren't paid? You weren't this, you weren't that?
no, and so it was pure passion and heart and like drive to be there. Where like it now is like this luxury to, you know, just be here and have people be cool with it. You know, where I mean, I'm happy and grateful that through the work, like it's gotten to a point where women can just like participate and it's cool and fun and like they don't get minded, but that's not how it was for us, and that gives you a certain type of chip that, you know, makes you just know how to go win fights or at least get your edge in and your fight on. So I don't know, these girls have come up with an entire discipline of, like, Tanya's been wrestling her whole life and then happened to learn all the other disciplines that go along to influence her strengths, like where Aspen's probably versed in as an MMA fighter her whole life. So it's a completely different generational skills and talents, but I don't know, once you have someone that kind of knows everything about one dimension, and then you just get to always have that in your back pocket and then add little things, like, I mean, that's a dangerous thing, you know. It's hard to get that kind of muscle memory and skills and whatever out of somebody's repertoire.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree, and it's funny because Tanya's funny too. She was just like, I'll just fight anybody. She's like, if you're gonna pay me to show up and beat somebody up, she's like, I'll show up, because you know her opponent changed and this and that, and I feel like she has such a great perspective on it. And like you said, being a pioneer, all these things, like she has so much that people could learn from, and I love that. Like you said, women are welcome now. You don't have to explain why you're a professional fighter. Like people just kind of understand it now, and I feel like that acceptance is great for all of us.
Yeah. It's definitely different. It's awesome.
Very nice. Well, listen, I know it's Friday night in Vegas. Do you have a boyfriend or are you single, Kat Zingano?
Oh, no, girl. No.
Never mind. Well, so maybe if you see her out on the strip, maybe you'll, I mean, I don't know. What kind of guy do you like?
I'm really focused on my career. I don't need no distractions or cooties or, you know, it's really important to be all in with all this right now, and you know, that means just keeping my chin down and doing what I can to, like, be my best, and yeah.
I get it, guys. So you can look but don't touch is basically what she's trying to tell you. Listen, Kat, really nice to see you. I'm so glad that you were able to come by. You know what? You're just a cool chick. We just need more cool chicks like this around. So just thanks, and I hope you enjoy yourself while you're out here.
Yeah, thanks, Mama. Good to
All right. Yeah, cool. All right, listen, GCA, está pronto para entrevista? Yes, Kat, thank you so much. All right, folks, we got GCA Formiga now here. Thank you, Kat. I mean, come on, how cool is she? And we're mic'd up, Wade. We got GCA on the microphone, right? Está pronto para falar?
Little bit.
Okay, so folks, okay, well, I'll just use this. So GCA is from Brazil, and you are learning English. You está aprendendo inglês. Okay, but you've been doing pretty well with English, yeah?
Yes. I studied 2 days for weekend.
Very nice. So obviously you have a fight at UFC 229. I love that you're out the night before. Do you always go out the night before a fight?
Yes, I'm very excited for tomorrow. Sergio, good opponent. It's big fight. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Well, you are fighting Sergio Pettis, and he's very good too. Both of you are so good. I believe that you're currently ranked number 4. I think in the UFC rankings. But where do you see the dangers with Sergio? Onde está muito perigoso? Where is he most dangerous?
Sergio is good school, the kickboxing. Good time. For me, I train in jiu-jitsu. The child it's no problem. Fighting Sergio, stand up for me is good. Win. I want to win.
Well, and you win more often than you don't. One thing I asked Anthony, I asked him, which Pettis brother is a better fighter, and he said that Sergio is more technical. So when you watch film on Sergio, what do you see? What kind of opponent do you see?
Sergio very good technical and stand up and kickboxing, good moving, no fast. For me, it's no problem. Tomorrow, let's see. Is the best?
And do you think? Well, I should ask you, how close to a title shot do you think you are?
Yes, my fight in Sergio tomorrow, and win next title shot. There's no mass title.
Yeah, because you had a very long win streak for a while, right? And then you only had one hiccup in there, right? But otherwise, you've won. I feel like the last 7 out of 8 or something. Do you remember how many? I mean, you've won a lot in a row.
Yes. I don't know. I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Oh no.
Do you sell it? Actually, that's funny that you don't remember, because I feel like a lot of fighters know exactly where they are all the time. How many fights I've won, how many fights I've lost. Do you, after a fight is over, do you think about it for a long time? Or do you give yourself 24 hours and then you don't think about it anymore?
In UFC?
Yeah.
Yes, I fight in UFC 6 years ago, and 7 wins. I think 4 losses. But tomorrow, 1 more wins.
Mais vitória.
Mais uma vitória e eu quero lutar pelo title shot.
So in the main event, Kai, do you need to come in? Have you met Kai, our Twin Peaks girl? Miss Twin Peaks Vegas, rather.
Hi, do you guys need anything?
Precisa ajuda? Precisa uma coisa para beber?
No. My weight is good. No.
Está com fome, sim?
No.
He's good. Thank you, Kai.
So much.
Okay. In the main event, who are you taking, Khabib or Conor?
Khabib. I'm sorry, Khabib.
And por qué?
Khabib is the monster wrestler. Is the monster jiu-jitsu. Conor, good people, good striking. Mas I like Khabib. Khabib, for me, is the monster.
Yeah. He is a monster, and it's amazing to think Khabib hasn't lost any fights, but he hasn't even lost a round. It's incredible.
Yes, very incredible. His Khabib tomorrow his decisions, no submission, no knockout. For me, it's decision. But Conor, very violent.
Yes.
And very precision, good time. Conor 50-50.
Yeah. So as a Brazilian, I have to wonder what you thought when Conor beat Jose, because Jose is one of my favorite fighters on the planet. Yeah, and so I was just kind of shocked when that happened. I was okay with Conor winning. I just didn't expect it to be that fast. And I thought, he and Jose would be more competitive. What did you think when that fight happened?
Yes. It's fighting Conor and Jose Aldo is very crazy. For me, I no believe. I no believe. Look this. Very crazy. Jose Aldo, he's my friend a long time. 10 years ago. I no believe today. Yes, very crazy.
Yeah, it was. But his last victory was amazing.
Yes, amazing. Yes. Good performance. Yes, it's Conor very precision. Conor very monster. Good fighter. Very good fighter.
Yeah. So at this point in Brazil, are you who would you say are the big stars, right? Because Anderson isn't fighting as much anymore. You know, we obviously have Chris Cyborg as a champion. Amanda is a champion. There's a lot of people doing big things. But for you, when you think of your favorite Brazilian fighters, yourself among them, but who do you think of?
Today, my favorite fighter in Brazil is better than Jose Aldo and Amanda Nunes, Chris Cyborg. A lot, guys.
Que pensa sobre a vitória de Charles Oliveira? What did you think of the victory? Charles Oliveira, and he broke Royce's record the other day.
Yes, Charles the monster in BJJ.
Yes.
Very crazy. I see Charles como and the monster in BJJ. I want Sam's history. Sam. I love jiu-jitsu.
And também eu gosto muito do Cowboy Oliveira. I like Cowboy Oliveira a lot as well.
Yes, good guys. Strong, very game different game. Very strong, very time. My favorites are Alex Oliveira, Damian Maia, very good. Charles Oliveira, Jose Aldo, Renan Barão, my friend. Yes, good people. Same thing.
So for you, what's your favorite submission?
Damian Maia.
Okay, no, but I mean for you personally, what's your favorite to do yourself?
Okay. My favorite submission is the he's the Mata Leão is the back. Yeah. He's my favorite.
Yeah. All right, I love it. So if you were to give us any predictions on the fight tomorrow with Sergio Pettis, how do you think it would end?
I think submission. Yeah, I think
Which round?
second round.
The second round, we're getting a prediction from Jussier Formiga. Listen, you guys can go to mybookie.ag, right? AG, wait, yep. And you can place your bets. So I know that Jussier Formiga's fight is on there. You can bet all kinds of prop bets about how long certain fights will go, who's going to win, all kinds of things going on. So people can go there. You shouldn't bet on your own fights.
Yeah.
I don't bet on fights either, but I know a lot of people do.
Okay, tomorrow I'm very excited for my fighting. Is they win. Guys, I'm sorry my English is a little bit. I am a student.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Tomorrow, big day.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we appreciate your time, Jussier. Boa sorte.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you so much. We'll let you get out of here and finish your night. Jussier Formiga. This guy is a big deal. Oh, I had to ask you, last question. Were you surprised that Henry Cejudo beat DJ, or did you see that coming?
Yeah, he's very surprised for me. Yeah. Wow. DJ is the monster.
Yeah.
And Cejudo, man, good performance.
Yeah.
Wow, good time.
But you can beat him, though.
Yes.
Of course, you know what you have to say, right?
Yeah, for me, very good.
Yes, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jussier.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a good night.
All right, we will see him in action tomorrow. I love it. He's going to go have a good night. I hope you get some rest tonight, too. Thank you. Awesome. So listen, folks, I want to make sure that I get this right because there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do on the MyBookie site here. So listen, obviously some of these guys have given you some breakdowns. So like I said, there's prop bets. There's all kinds of things that you can do. Obviously, we have the biggest fight in UFC history with Conor versus Khabib. If you go to mybookie.ag and if you use the code MMA HEAT, you'll get a 100% match. So you put in $10, you'll get matched $10. You put in $50, you get $50. So you know how that works. It's going to be a lot of fun. I know there's a lot of things that you can bet on. Like I said, I don't gamble on the fights because it's too risky, but I think it's a good time, and it's definitely worth checking out if you can. Now, oh, we have some fans. Okay, because we were wondering, we were thinking OSP might be able to come by, but we have some fans. So maybe we'll do a little fan action here. Because I was going to look online and see if we had any. Okay. Oh, we got his. Come on, here we go. How are you? I'm good. What's your name?
I'm Kate.
Kate. All right. Hi. Oh, look at. Oh, this is fun. Okay.
To see Jessie.
Oh, she's so cool. Okay. And what's your name?
Dennis.
Dennis and Kate.
Yes.
Okay. So, Kate, you are Australian and you came all the way here just to see Miss Jessie Jett.
I live in New York, but I came here for the fight, and I heard Jessie was going to be here, so I came up to see her.
And I think I saw you guys get a picture with her.
Yeah, we did, yes.
So,
Chat and-
so how much of a big deal was she back home in Australia?
Yeah. I mean, UFC's been rising for a couple of years now, so it's she's a big deal. Obviously, Conor puts UFC on the map, but that's why we're here.
Nice. Well, who are you guys rooting for tomorrow? Obviously, Conor versus Khabib. Conor, the former champ. Khabib.
He's Connor.
Oh, really? Have you guys made any kind of wager on this yourselves among?
We should. I'm 5 rounds, though.
Maybe a bottle of proper whiskey.
Yes.
Proper 12.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Yeah, proper. So there's all kinds of prop bets that you can do on mybookie.ag. But also, if you guys want to come to Twin Peaks Vegas here, you can get proper 12. Have you had some yet?
Yeah, we're having it right
Oh,
now.
and what do you think?
It's quite nice, yes.
She's getting lively. Let's say lively. Are you a whiskey man generally?
I am. So first time trying it, but he's done all right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because I tried it the other day. I'm not generally a whiskey drinker. I liked it, but I'm being honest. If Khabib ever came out with his own line of vodka, which I know will never happen because he's Muslim, but I would probably be able to put that away. I'm a little bit more of a vodka girl than a whiskey girl, but it is very good. So when you think of Conor winning, how does he win then?
I think Khabib.
Oh, you said Khabib.
Yeah, he's in better form. He's obviously been fighting more. I think he's more focused. I don't know about all the bravado around Conor. Yeah, Khabib.
All right, but you think Conor can win?
I think Conor, I think he's back. He looks focused. I saw a few interviews and, in the press conferences he carries on, but he looks like he's here to fight. And I think this is going to be a war, though. I think Khabib's, he's no pushover. You've seen him walk through opponents, so it's going to be, hopefully it's a 5-round war for us.
Well, and I'm curious to see because, when I'm on the shows with like Mike and Tyron and stuff, we're always going back and forth whether we think that Conor has gotten in Khabib's head or not. Obrigada, Jussier. Boa sorte. That guy is a total beast. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Jussier fight, but that dude is ridiculously good. Like, he's ridiculously good. And I love that he's so chill, and then you look at him, you're like, 125, and he will wreck everybody in this building right now. Like, dude is so good. Really, really fun to watch him. That fight with Sergio Pettis is going to be great. But yeah, so really good. So as a fan, though, like, what do you guys see? Because to me, it does seem like Conor got in Khabib's head a little bit. Like, do you think he did? Yeah.
I mean, Conor's got the facts on his team, and he was really getting in there. It was getting personal, which I mean that's what Conor does. He's broken down Jose, he's broken down Dustin. You've seen him do it, a number of times. So yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, and it's funny to think of somebody getting in Khabib's head because he's been completely unshakable. But you see a slight, you see more emotion from him this week than we've ever seen before.
Yeah, when Conor started having a go at his dad and his dad getting a visa and making really rude comments about his dad, he definitely reacted then. And I could see that. Yeah.
But still, you couldn't pay me enough to get into a cage with Khabib Nurmagomedov. Like, are you kidding right now? And it's funny because we looked back on years ago. Like, the first time we talked to Khabib was all the way back in 2012. I looked at some videos the other day, and it's like he's so consistent. Like, literally, the Khabib I talked to back then is the same guy, but he's just a monster.
Who do you think's going to win?
Are you allowed to say?
I'm allowed to say. Here's the thing. The smart money is on Khabib, right? The smart money is on Khabib. The man is undefeated. He's never even lost a round. Khabib does whatever he wants in the octagon, and he smashes people. He takes every single person down, and he makes them just drown. But Conor has that ability to show up in the most key moment and do exactly what has to be done. And I do feel that in that moment, like, that's where Conor lives, right? In that moment of the spotlight, all that stuff. Like, I feel like what could be a distraction for Khabib won't be for Conor. That's what's a distraction for Khabib is fuel for Conor. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so he just is that guy that always, just when you think he can't do it, he does it.
Yeah. No, that's true.
So I don't know if that was even an answer. Kate, I don't think I answered your question, but I hemmed and hawed. But what I'm saying is it's absolutely possible for Connor to win.
Yeah, it is possible, but I think it'll be. I think even with the fans, I'm sure that 80% of the fans in there will be Connor fans, and the fan interaction will be interesting and hopefully all well behaved. But yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah. So what else do you guys do for fun while you're in Vegas? Do you get a little crazy?
Only here for 2 nights, so yeah, we'll have a little bit of a, obviously tomorrow night's the marquee event, but we'll go have a dinner, have a bit of a gamble, see the sights.
What's your game? What do you play?
Blackjack.
Nice. Me too.
Yeah.
Don't you love it?
Yeah, it's good. It's good, and you got so many different variations over here. You know, all these sort of different bets. So yeah, it should be good. Should be a good couple of days.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad that you joined us. I know we've got another fighter here to join us. Gina is here. So is she, where does she go? Oh, okay, so Gina's going to join us in a second. Yeah, it's funny. I love blackjack, but the thing is if the anchor, right, like at the corner, if they don't play right, they screw the whole table, right?
You need a responsible person at the end of the
Right,
table.
because sometimes they have to either take a hit or don't take a hit for the rest of the table, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you can guess that I'd be a very vocal blackjack player, but like I'll either take that position because I will.
We might take you out later then.
That's what I'm saying. Because I get it. I know the vibe. Because I have stared a mother cracker down like, you're not going to hit that, are you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, with all.
Hit that.
Right. But you know what I mean? When the whole table is just glaring at that dude, like, don't you dare hit that and get a 10 and where we would all win. Like, yeah. But it's fun. I hope you have a good time.
Yeah, thank you. And lovely to meet you.
Well, lovely to meet you too. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Good to meet you.
Go Jesse, December 15th.
Yes, go Jesse. Nice to see you guys. Thanks.
And Rob Whittaker.
And, God, is he not the loveliest guy on the planet?
I think technically he was born in New Zealand, but he's an adopted Aussie.
That's what I'm saying. I actually was in Gold Coast when he won the Ultimate Fighter, and so I've always said this. I'm like, listen, every time he fights him, like, I met this kid. He was like 22 or something when he won the show. He was so dialed in. Even back then, he was the most focused. I literally, and you say this in hindsight, people are like, I knew he'd be a champ. Like, I literally knew he was going to be a champion. He is fantastic.
He's had a good career so far. Yeah.
All right, awesome. Well, good luck on the tables. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, great to meet you, and enjoy your proper 12. I love it. All right, come on, Gina. Here we go. And listen, I want to just make sure that I'm reminding everybody to go to mybookie.ag. All kinds of bets. So far, Juicy thinks Habib is going to win. Am I remembering correctly that Kat said? Yeah, I think Kat said she thought Connor was going to win. Hi, Gina. How are you?
How are you? So nice to meet you.
You too. Okay, so I want to make sure I pronounce your last name correctly.
Mazzani,
because I feel like saying Mazzani and this and that. But that's
it makes me sound a little more crazy, which is good.
Mazzani? Mazzani. That's good. So listen, your hair is gorgeous. My daughter. Oh, thank you. But my daughter loves the coloring of the hair. What's the first color you went with?
At the very beginning, about 7-8 years ago, I did a little tiny streak of red, and then here we are. Here we are.
So I have to ask, if you're talking about red, that's Randa Marcos's color. Randa always goes red, but on the last card, shoot, now I'm blanking on her name. The other girl that was also on Tough went with red hair as well, and I was like, yes. I don't know if you should bite Randa's red hair. Like, I feel like Randa owns the red hair.
Yeah, for sure. But that's what I'm gonna say with pink.
Yeah, no,
I like the pink.
The pink is really good. Okay, so the last time we saw you fight, I'm sorry because I have to apologize. I'm in UFC 229 head, but the last fight you won, right? And who'd you fight?
I actually lost.
Oh, bull crap!
I lost.
She won.
I thought I won. I mean, whatever. I actually fought Lena Landsberg.
Oh,
so
right.
yeah, so it's yeah, I lost, but it happens, it's a 50-50 chance type thing, but I worked really hard, and it's, it wasn't just a bad day in the office, but that happens.
Well, listen, I met Lena yesterday at Ultimate Media Day. I hadn't, obviously I talked about her fights and called her fights and stuff. But she's kind of a cool chick, right? Like, you couldn't dislike her. You dislike the outcome, but you couldn't dislike her.
Girl, she is so sweet, and she's one of the female fighters that really wants the women to be empowered, and I'm all about that. I'm all about bringing us up together and just supporting each other. And obviously I want to win and whatever, but she's an amazing chick. And I saw her this week at the Performance Institute, nothing but kind. Like, and she's an awesome chick, and I wish the best for her. I'm pulling for her tomorrow. I hope she does well. So she's a great human, 100%.
I'm just realizing now I have to go back and look. That was like the battle of the beautiful eyes. You and Lena, like, come on.
It's so funny you say that because we did weigh-ins and we're like this, and I'm all, you have gorgeous eyes.
She's like, so do you?
Yeah, exactly. It was so good. It was so good. No, she's amazing.
Yeah, she's really cool, and it's funny because I was joking with her yesterday. I was like, okay, of course the camera's rolling and the mic's on, but I was like, baby girl, how hard does Cyborg hit? You know what I mean? And she's like, yeah, really fucking hard. Excuse me for dropping the F-bomb, but she's like, yeah, really hard. But good for her. Like, I love that you guys are even like out there to do this. Do you find still that people ask you, oh my God, Gina, why do you want to be a fighter? Or has it gotten to the point where people have gotten past that now and they just accept it?
Well, it's funny because we had some people earlier today telling Kat Zingano that you're too pretty to fight, and to me it's insulting. That's like, okay, do you want to bring us back another 30 years? Like, come on.
What, should I just be married and make sandwiches all day? What am I supposed to do?
I'll make terrible sandwiches. I'm just kidding. I'm actually a really good cook. No, it's great seeing all the women like get together and like since Ronda like made the breakthrough, but it's crazy. It really wasn't that long ago. But we've come so far, and it's so amazing, and I'm so thankful to be a part of it, and all I want to do is like influence and hope that like other girls are like, I don't know if I should fight, like, should I do it? Like, do it if you want to do it, if you believe in it, just fucking go do it.
And that's the thing, like, I feel like people, and I've never obviously been a professional fighter, but I've trained, I've done this. There is something so empowering about kicking some ass. Like, even if it's not necessarily just fighting, I hate the idea that women are like, well, I'm supposed to be this and I'm supposed to be like, go for it, because you've really discovered so much more about yourself when you put yourself in these positions.
It's amazing. There's nothing better than like, I'll get on the weight, I made weight, or getting out of the fight. Like I was thinking about it the other night, and I visualize a lot, and so I was visualizing the walk through to the cage and the walk out of the cage, and that is the best feeling in the world when you win. Yeah. When you lose, it kind of sucks, but you're like, we're walking back, and you're starting to feel your aches and pains that you had during the fight, and it's such an empowering feeling because you remember, I just went through 8 weeks of torture. Yeah. Hell, I went through 10 years of just grinding and learning and improving on myself, and I think that's what I love so much about the sport is like, it gives you an opportunity to get better. Like, this sport is always evolving even from 5 years ago, 2 years ago. Like, it's evolved immensely, and I'm so thankful I'm able to be a part of it, and I'm so happy to be here, and like, man, life is so good.
It's awesome. So now, do you have a fight scheduled? Or you have one on the books?
No, nothing scheduled. I was actually talking to Mick about it today, and he's like, your division is like so thin right now, and it is, 100% is. But at least that's the issue, not just like, oh, I don't want to book you because you're boring. So that's good.
But do you have a name in mind?
No one in particular. And I should, but no one in particular at this point. I mean, I'm coming off a loss, so I kind of feel like I'll give whoever they give me, I'll take it, and I'll take it home. Like, and that's kind of mindset I'm in, where it's like anybody. Honestly, anybody. I'll fight anybody right now, because I feel like my last fight I didn't get to show all my skills and what I'm capable of. I know I'm so much better than that, and that was all. Honestly, it was all a head thing for me, and I'm ready to make that comeback and show everyone what I'm made of, what I learned. Like, I'm a fun, exciting fighter, and I feel like I didn't get to show that, but that's okay.
So what's your home gym? What do you feel like, if I had to describe Gina Mazzani in 4 or 5 words, like what do you feel your strengths are and that kind of thing?
So I train out of Extreme Couture in Las Vegas.
We love us some Randy Couture. I mean, don't you love did you see the pictures he did of the Burt Reynolds tribute?
No.
Okay, so Randy had actually years ago done this whole like naked thing, and I guess he redid it. That Burt Reynolds like Playgirl spread, and Randy posted it the other day. Like, he has such a great set too. Yeah. Like, Randy, all natural. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Come on, he's such a great guy.
And he's really like a good human in real life. Like, not like, hey, I'm gonna kiss babies, sign babies, whatever. Like, and turned around. No, he's just legitimately like a good guy. Like if he sees me in the gym, he'll come across to Gina, how are you doing? Like such a genuinely good guy, and like loves the sport. And like another thing I loved about it is like the gym. You can tell he cares about the fighters. Like he gets us. Like he just got us new treadmills and we got a new sauna, and like he really cares about the well-being of the fighters and genuinely wants us to do well. And it's nice to be around that kind of family. But yeah, Randy is amazing.
He's amazing. So, but yeah, your skill set, you feel, I asked you a multiple part question, but yeah, where do you feel most comfortable in a fight? If you could dictate a fight, how would you have it go?
So, I'm very comfortable in my wrestling and my grappling. I think that's my strong suit, but I need to start using my strike because my striking's really good. Like I'm very heavy-handed. I'll sleep people. My striking's really good, and I'm definitely hoping my next fight I'm going to be able to show that. I'm grindy though. Like I'm like a really pink-haired cockroach. Like I'm not gonna die. You can't kill me. I might be down on the ground, but I'll still find a way to survive. You watch.
I love it. I love it. So listen, we have to wrap it up here soon. But what do you think is going to happen in the main event tomorrow? Do you have a pick between Khabib and Conor?
All right. Well. So I'm gonna go with Conor on this one. The thing I love about Conor is he capitalizes on people's weaknesses, like we all should, right? But especially against people who are reckless. Like he's a gangster. I love him. I think he's amazing. I love watching him fight. But like it's a classic wrestler, grappler versus striker. But the best part about it is like McGregor's timing is so clutch. Like it's so great, and I really think he's going to capitalize on Khabib's recklessness, which I love. I also love that. So I'm going to go with Conor on it.
I do think, too, Khabib sometimes holds his head a little high. He's hittable.
100%. And every dog has his day. And I'm excited for a good fight. I'm excited for it, but I'm going to take Conor on it. And I don't know. Conor makes people look like toys. It's crazy.
But it's funny that you say that, though, because at the same time, I think about Khabib just wailing on Michael Johnson and talking to Dana while he's wailing. Like, Khabib is next level beatdown.
He really is. And I admire that. And but the thing is, we also saw with Conor, like, how he got his ass beat for, and came right back. And the punch hits the same. I'm excited. I just want to see what's going to happen.
I know. Well, I'm excited too, and I'm thankful that you were able to come by. It's really great to get to know you.
You're so great, and I've always wanted to interview with you before. So
oh my God.
It's my lucky day. You're awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Gina. Have fun tomorrow at the fight.
Thank you. You're so great.
Oh, thanks. All right, folks. So we should be. Oh, do we have more? I think we're wrapping it up, right? Okay, one more. I'm sorry. Oh, Kai. Oh, hello. Have you guys met Kai? Hi, Kai. So, you're Miss Twin Peaks.
Yes, I am.
When did you get that honor?
In June of this year.
And what is it to you?
Oh, dang. I represent a really awesome company, so that's cool. I get to do a bunch of things, and we're in Las Vegas, so we're on this trip. So come down and visit us.
Yeah, it's really fun, and it's funny too because, I'm married. My husband is there behind the camera, but that doesn't mean I don't appreciate a hot woman. I have to ask, so do guys ever get handsy with you and stuff? Like, have you ever? Because we know a lot of professional fighters. We can teach you some moves, a quick elbow, a back fist, if ever. Because I have a feeling like sometimes guys might get a little handsy.
We do have security here, so not handsy, but I get comments and people trying to sneak pictures and weird things all the time.
But they don't have to sneak pictures because they can ask for a picture with you, right?
Yeah, but they still will sneak pictures. Like I'll turn around and somebody's going like this, and I'll turn around and surprise them, and they fumble their phone, and I'm like,
yeah. Have you ever seen a picture on Instagram? You're like, that's my butt.
Not yet, but I'm sure there's a couple floating out there.
Well, listen, you have been such a nice host for us tonight, and we really appreciate you being here and everything. Wait.
I just want to. It's important because
this the logo.
Get the logo with the two beautiful women.
I mean,
so I had to do it.
Very nice. So, but yeah, so all fight week, you guys have, I'm imagining, a lot going on here at Twin Peaks because The dealer is right down the street, and obviously you guys can see from the backdrop, they have a great location, so folks should definitely come by.
Yes, we are showing the fight. We have a $50 cover charge, first come, first serve. And we are also showing we have Conor McGregor's proper number 12.
Yep.
For $5 a shot, so come on down and get some.
That's a good deal. $5 a shot for proper 12. I feel like you guys are one of the only places in Vegas that's got it, right?
Yeah, we're actually the only place in Las Vegas that has it right now.
Okay, so come on down to Twin Peaks, meet Kai, Miss Twin Peaks Vegas, have a shot of proper 12, and enjoy the fights on Saturday night. $50 cover, you said, first come, first serve.
Yes, $50.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Kai. Like I said, you've been really wonderful and helpful tonight. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, folks, so before I get out of here, let me make sure that I give you all the info here on, I know, I'm so, and by the way, that is such a cute top. I have to, no, it's really, I need to go shopping. You know, when you've been married for 17 years, folks, some of the lingerie has been in the drawer for a while, if I'm being completely honest, and Wade will probably come around in front of the camera and also agree with that. But maybe I should bust out some of the lingerie a little more often because she looks totally hot and it looks really, really cute. Here he comes.
Hey guys, if you could support me and write in the comments that yes, you would like Karen to pull out more of the lingerie, that'd be a good thing.
Yeah, well, see,
that's my 2 cents. If you want more of those weigh-in shots that you love from me, and
yeah, Wade's the king of the ring girl shot at the end of the weigh, and he always makes sure to give you guys a nice send off.
Then yeah, gotta help me out. Write in the comments. More lingerie from Karen. Thank you.
Oh my God. Oh boy. All right, here we go. I'll be wearing lingerie. That's all I'll be wearing, lingerie. He's always like, hey, I feel like that shirt's getting in the way when you're making dinner. Maybe you should take it off. And I'm like, yeah, no, I should probably keep it on. It's funny, we have different ideas about cooking and stuff at home. But listen, okay, before we get out of here, just to remind you that, you know, we got the picks from some of our fighters and everything, so make sure you go to mybookie.ag. They've got everything that you need to know for UFC 229, all kinds of bets. For main event, you've got straight up bets on who's going to win, but also there's a ton of prop bets. It is really the biggest fight in UFC history, so you definitely want to get in on the action, and also use the promo code MMA Heat, and they will match your money dollar for dollar. It's going to be awesome. You can double your bankroll at mybookie.ag. So that is it. I've had a heck of a day. Obviously, a big day tomorrow, and I have to thank everybody here at Twin Peaks Vegas for the hospitality. This has been so much fun. This is a really cool place. These nachos, we only didn't eat them because we didn't want to eat on camera necessarily, but I had some before. They were really good. The boneless chicken fingers, wing things were dope. Yeah, really good. And it's called Twin Peaks, and it's not for the old TV show, if you know what I'm talking about. If you're a lady or a gentleman that appreciates fine physical specimens, you will find them here. A lot of cute girls here, so you might want to come by. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I mean, girls can appreciate. I got my people laughing at me. Girls can appreciate hot girls too. Wade's like, I know. Please bring one home. Please bring one home. I don't think that's gonna happen. But whatever does happen in Vegas stays in Vegas. So if it does happen, I probably won't tell you about it. But we'll see what happens. Listen, anyway, again, thank you so much to Gina Mazzani, to Kat Zingano, to Miss Jessie Jess, to Juicy A. Formiga for joining us here. This was really a lot of fun. We hope to be able to do it more often. But for that, for now, I will say goodnight, and I will see you tomorrow on the pre-fight show, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on FS1. Then we have prelims. Then we have the pay-per-view, of course, and then our post-fight show is going to be on FS2. I'm working with the champ, Tyron Woodley, the former champ, Michael Bisping, my girl, Megan O'Leary. We're going to have such an awesome time. And also, you should know that for MMA Heat, where you're watching this now on my Karen Bryan channel, we shot a bunch of stuff this week so far. So we have Habib's press conference. We have Connor's press conferences. We know they did them separately. We have got the weigh-ins. We have got Ultimate Media Day stare-downs with everybody on the whole entire card, except for the main event there. We did interviews with Volkov, with the Black Beast, with Tonya Evinger, with Aspen Ladd. I talked to Felice Herrig. We've got Michelle Watterson. I also talked to, we also have Tony Ferguson and Anthony Pettis. And I'm forgetting, OSP And yeah, so we have a bunch of stuff. So you can either go to MMAheat.com or this very channel that you're watching right now, the YouTube Karen Bryant channel. You can see all of that stuff while you're there on my channel. Hit subscribe so you don't miss anything, because Wade will be backstage tomorrow getting some stuff, so it's going to be a lot of fun. And like I said, I'll be at the desk. For now, I don't have any proper 12. I'm drinking vodka, so I don't know if that means that Khabib is going to win. I'm going to try to play both sides of the fence right now as I sign off. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.